Welcome to another video, guys. So finally it's here. It is the iPhone 5 versus the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. And as I said in the intro, this is a bit of a strange battle, one I've never wanted to do, but you know, I've gotten enough requests, so hey, why not do it? It's just for fun. So here is the iPhone 5s and here is the Galaxy Note 3. They're both clear, as this is the only reason I did that. So let's look at the bodies first. Let's look at the bodies. So let's start with the iPhone 5. The iPhone 5 has a 8 megapixel camera, dual LED flash on the back. It's aluminum body, kind of like plastic on top and bottom here, but it's aluminum pretty much. The entire thing is aluminum. And you got this nice glass front. Camera on the front here, a vibrator switch, volume rocker, power button, SIM card tray, and speaker on the bottom, headphone jack on the bottom, and charging port on the bottom. And this is actually one speaker. You can cover it up. It's going to be on the side, and you'll be able to mute the entire sound. Okay, so as far as body goes, the iPhone 5s has a spectacular build. It is just a very nice device. 4-inch display, not HD, not 1080p, but still a very crisp display. It has a beautiful display, very high resolution display, because it is on a 4-inch display, so that makes it have a great display. So now let's get over to the Galaxy Note 3. Galaxy Note 3 has a massive 5.7-inch display, and I forgot about the Touch ID down here on the iPhone. So home button plus it's a Touch ID. You can unlock it that way, aside from the power button. So down here you have the home button for the Galaxy Note 3. Speaker up top just like the iPhone. Camera up top just like the iPhone. Sensors. Volume rocker on the left as well. Power button. You got the S Pen down here instead of a headphone jack. And you've got one speaker right there. Microphones all around just like the iPhone, and it has the charging port down here as well. There's a 13 megapixel camera on the back, and headphone jacks on the top, and IR blaster, another microphone. The iPhone does have microphones. It has one down here and one on the back right there, so it has two. And the Galaxy Note 3 actually has three. It has one right here, one right there, and one up there. So which one looks better? Well, Samsung has always been known for a plastic feeling phone, one that just doesn't feel good in the hand. Especially the Galaxy Note 2 is very slippery. The Galaxy S4 is very slippery, but they're great devices. Just the build quality was kind of eh. So what they did for the Galaxy Note 3 is they've stepped it up completely. They gave it a new feel. Now this is still plastic, but you know what? You would not tell because it feels like leather, pleather. But still, it has a much better feel than the slippery backs of most of their devices. Most of the devices all have that slippery feel, but this one, and it's the black version. The white one, I have a white one too. The white one feels more like plastic. This black one really does feel like leather. Why they couldn't get them to be the same, I have no idea. But the black one definitely feels like a very premium device. Despite what you might hear some reviewers say, oh, this isn't really metal, it's fake. The fact that they can pull it off is amazing. So the build quality of the Galaxy Note 3 is really nice. It's a really nice feel in the hand. And it's obviously a lot larger. Now, the iPhone has the aluminum body, which really feels premium. But the downside of that is that if I drop this, I'm extra careful when I have the iPhone out of the case. Extremely careful when I have it out of the case. But it's a premium feel. Let's give it to it. The iPhone has a premium feel. The 5 and the 5S have a premium feel, along the lines of the Nexus line. Those are some really premium feeling devices. So that's the body of both and how they both feel, in my opinion. So what do you do on your phone nowadays? Well, I can tell you no one makes phone calls really. From what I know, everybody texts around the office, everywhere we go, someone's texting. No one's really talking on the phone anymore. Everybody's got some kind of social media fired up. There's always something fired up on a device. So no one really texts, no one really talks on the phone anymore. They text. So what does that mean? That means you're going to use a lot more data and things like that. So which one of these is better for, let's just say, web surfing? What do you think? So on the start screen of both, and I'll clear this, that's where it starts, but you'll end up here too if you don't have any tabs. And this is where you'll end up if you don't have any tabs open on the iPhone 5S. You end up right here in a nice little grid of all your shortcuts and web pages and bookmarks and everything. It looks really nice, really good feature. So, but if you don't have any tabs open on the Galaxy Note 3, this is what you're offered to do. You're offered to open a tab, and when you open that tab, it automatically takes you to your landing screen. So you can go into your bookmarks here, and you can go into your bookmarks here. Now, obviously, the bookmarks on the Galaxy Note 3 are colorful. I can probably even change this to a thumbnail view, which is what you're getting over on the iPhone in default when there's no tabs open. It's really a nice device for what it is and the way it looks in your bookmark view. So opening up web pages, now these are both hooked to my Wi-Fi, so you already know my Wi-Fi sucks really bad, but hey, I'm going to open up 2 web pages here, and I'm going to show you. Now this isn't so much about speed because I have horrible Wi-Fi, but the processing power on these, it's amazing how the iPhone can render pages fairly quickly. Now the Samsung Galaxy Note is done, but it's amazing how the iPhone can render web pages, and it has a dual core processor. It really, they've done such a fantastic job on how web pages and how they've put together the operating system for the iPhone. It's just blows me away. It blows me away on how good a job they've done. I'm gonna turn the brightness down because I always get this wrong. That should be a lot better, and the iPhone's probably already down. So this is how it renders web pages. I mean, you can really see the clarity that the iPhone brings because it's such a small screen, but with a smaller screen you get a high resolution. But with this being a 1080p display, it really, even if I zoom in on the word talks and I center talks, you can see how much more you're getting when you're looking at the iPhone and you're looking at the Galaxy Note 3. So let's open up some web pages here and look at the difference in when it's rendering a web page. What you're getting in your view is what I'm looking at, not the speed, but look at how much more you're getting in the view on just default, just sitting right here. This is the top of the page and this is the top of this page. You're getting a little bit more in the paragraph. You're getting some flash content there, or not just, well, it's actually just has a little banner there because this web browser doesn't even support Flash. The Samsung browser doesn't, Bolt browser does, but even so, look, you have different content. So you're getting it here too. I guess I'll go ahead and add that to make it fair. You are getting some kind of banner there to sell you something. Nonetheless though, when we look at how it renders these pages, you look at you're getting just a tad bit more on the Galaxy Note 3, just a little bit more when you're web surfing, a tad bit more. So with that being said, let's head over to media content right away, because that's what we all do on our iPhones. We all surf the internet and we all stream YouTube videos like you're doing right now, either on your iPhone 5S or your Galaxy Note 3. You're doing one or the other. So look at how it renders my page. On the Galaxy Note 3, you get just a tad bit more. You get a little bit more, about 2 videos creeping in right there. So let's click on one of these and see what happens. On the iPhone, it's going to automatically start playing. So let's play it over here. And both of these are going to try to start in high quality. Excuse me. Hey guys, welcome to the official unboxing of the. So we can look at the clarity. The iPhone 5S has very clear. It's very clear. Wow, the white looks beautiful. Good sound quality. Let's crank it up. Oh, it is all the way up. So you get an idea of how it looks on there. So now let's play it on the Galaxy Note 3. Let's crank it up. Galaxy Note 3. Here's our black one. Oh wow, the white looks beautiful. Wow, that's amazing. It just looks so good in person. Wow. Both of these devices have beautiful screens. This isn't really a battle, I guess I want to get, because it's not a balanced playing field. But let me tell you, both of these have beautiful displays. So if you're looking for something that's close to tablet form, but you can't really get a tablet right now, Galaxy Note is definitely the way to go. And if you're looking for something that's pocketable but that can still have that punch when you need to do some media, the iPhone is an option. So both devices can really do well on media. It's just that you're getting an extremely large device over here. The screen is 5.7 inches and this is 4. This entire device can fit inside of this screen. As if you didn't know, it fits inside the screen. That's pretty amazing. But nonetheless, both of these pack a serious punch when it comes to media and web browsing. And I know it was real brief, but I don't like to make a really long video for things like this. So now let's go into camera. And this is more of camera settings. So the iPhone, you have you slide left to right like this, and it gives you panorama mode. You can shoot in a square, regular photo, video, and slow motion. You can shoot at 120 frames per second and slow it down to what you want. Really sleek. That is a really nice feature. And one thing I applauded on is having the HDR button right here. That's really nice. You've got your flash right here. That's real nice. I think it's really good. Front facing camera, all the options are pretty much out here on the iPhone 5S. And that could be a good and a bad thing, because it has some great features and it has a fantastic camera, but the settings are, you know, most people will want a little bit more settings, but most people are just like, as long as it takes great pictures, I just want to press the button. There it is. The iPhone 5S takes fantastic pictures, does really well in low light. I mean, fantastic in low light. Let's flip the camera here. It does really well in low light. The iPhone 5S takes fantastic pictures in low light. Now, the Galaxy Note 3, on the other hand, has several different modes, just a beautiful setup for your camera. All these different modes. If you want to do the carousel, hit the little button down there, and they're all here. Tons of options in the camera. You can really, it feels more like you can control this camera and make it what you want. As far as settings go, you can really do something with the settings. Really nice. So does the iPhone 5S, does the camera look better than the on the iPhone than it does on the Galaxy Note 3? No. They're both fantastic cameras, but this camera is a 13 megapixel camera, and sometimes that doesn't mean anything. But in this particular case, the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 takes phenomenal pictures. I mean, it really does a good job. And pictures are something that we all use our phone for, because we don't want to carry around a point and shoot anymore. So hey, let's carry our cell phone. But if we have a cell phone, let's make sure it's a great cell phone with a great camera. So in that respect, both of these devices have fantastic cameras. There's no sleeping on it. There's no denying it. They both take great pictures. So what about one thing that we need to use our phones for, which I started off the video with, is calls. Call quality on both of these devices, hands down, fantastic. I mean, it's just a great experience with the call quality. Now, the iPhone 5 has HD calling enabled, and I hadn't really experienced it with the Galaxy Note 3 yet, but you can tell when you're on an HD call, HD voice call. It is just, I mean, it is so clear and crisp, it's unbelievable. Now, I'm pretty sure the Galaxy Note 3 has HD calling from T-Mobile's network, but I haven't heard anyone speak of that. So I won't go on record and say it has HD calling, but I will say that the calling is just super crisp and super clear, just like the iPhone 5S, no difference. But I can tell the difference when I'm on an HD voice call with the iPhone 5S. It is just phenomenal. It's just a really, really, really good experience. So different operating systems, right? This is considered to be, oh, the best and easiest operating system to use. A 2-year-old can pick it up and start using it. Okay. This is considered to be, oh, you're a nerd, a geek, you know, techies would want to deal with Android. I kind of beg to differ. I think both of these operating systems has their ups and their downs. The fact that this runs TouchWiz could be considered a bad thing. Some people really want stock Android, and you can put it on there now. But some people don't like stock Android and they're content with TouchWiz. And I'm one of the people, I like stock Android, which is why I have a Nexus device, and I like TouchWiz. A lot of people do not like TouchWiz. Well, I like it because you get all the functionality of the S Pen. If you lose out on the TouchWiz, you lose out on actually all of the S Pen features. You just have stock Android. And stock Android, yeah, it's cool, but I would prefer to have many of these other features that are offered with TouchWiz. This being one in particular. A very nice feature, one of the coolest features that a cell phone can offer nowadays. And that's something that's normally on tablets from what I can see. But just having the S Pen alone, that gives the Galaxy Note 3 such an appealing feature that who would not want to have the ability to take notes, basically run a presentation from your Galaxy Note 3, from your device. And you can do that with the Galaxy Note 3. Now, that's not to say that the iPhone 5S cannot do those things. It just takes a little bit more getting used to, I guess I'll say. This has a complete office suite with it, the Galaxy Note 3, and you can definitely do that in iWork. But, you know, it's just a matter of, I don't think a lot of people buy the iPhone for what a person would buy the Galaxy Note 3 for. I just don't think it would be one and the same. I carry my iPhone 5S. Well, okay, let me say this. One excuse I used to use, and this is an excuse now because the Galaxy Note 3 has come along. I used to carry my iPhone 5S or my iPhone 5, whichever. I used to carry that device when I'm taking a trip somewhere around town. I'm going to be out shopping all day. The iPhone 5 charges really fast. The 5S, no exception. I mean, it charges really within an hour. I can go from 0 to 100 and I'm on the move again. If I just need a quick burst of charge, 15-20 minutes and I've gotten like 40 or 50%. I don't know how they do it. I guess it's like a quick charge or something like that. But to make it to 100, it does take about an hour or so. But when I paired these up, I ran these down to 0 and then I put them on the charger and see which one finished first. Surprisingly, the Galaxy Note 3 charged faster. The new cable that comes with the Galaxy Note 3, you definitely need to use that. It syncs stuff really fast and it charges really fast. Someone asked me in a comment, how is that so? I don't know, but it charges faster than the iPhone 5S, and that's like breakthrough for me. Now, the fact that it lasts all day, that's another thing. So now, as I was saying, I don't have an excuse to make about taking my iPhone 5 with me when I need a device that's going to last me all day, because the Galaxy Note 3 lasts all day. And with hardly any use, sometimes it lasts a couple of days. So, what does that mean? Does it mean one's better than the other? No. It means they both have great battery life. They both charge really fast within the hour. This one charged in about 57 minutes or 55 minutes, and this one charged in about 62 minutes or so. So they both can give you a really quick charge if you need it, and they both can last all day. That is a huge plus, and I'm really feeling that. So which one do I like better? There is no one that I like better. I like them both because sometimes I'll grab my 5S, sometimes I'll grab my Note. Primarily though, this is my primary device, and that just has become at this point, because I can do more with this because of the larger screen. I'm able to run my blog, as you can see. I can jump on WordPress, and I have WordPress on here as well. But just opening them up, I get so much more. Well, you can kind of see for yourself. I get so much more when using the Galaxy Note 3. So here's Let me see which. Let me see if I can get these. Okay, so now they're up to date. So both are up to date now. So let's look at what's on the screen here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blogs in view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 blogs in view. So just because it's in view, you might say, oh, so what? It's just in view. The point is, I have more real estate with the Galaxy Note 3. It only weighs about 168 grams, which isn't that heavy. So, is it better than the iPhone 5? No. They both run WordPress, and technically I can run them both on here, but the Android version of WordPress has a few more options from what I've seen. I can do a little bit more, and plus having the real estate is a huge plus. I don't have to carry a tablet. So, does that mean, again, it's better than the iPhone? No, it doesn't. It just means that for that particular application, the Android version of the Galaxy Note 3 works better. Now, there are tons of things over here on the Apple side that are just a huge plus over the Android operating system. One in particular, if you notice at the beginning of the video, when I was scrolling through the bookmarks, it got a little stutter when I switched it to the thumbnail because it had to catch up the information. That could have just been my Wi-Fi connection, but the fact of the matter is, it stuttered. This has 3 gigs of RAM and a quad-core device. This is a dual-core device. Absolutely no stutter. It's just one of those things that I think Apple did a fantastic job on what they were bringing to the table. They've built this operating system so flawlessly. I mean, it has flaws. I shouldn't say that. It has flaws, but you can't really see those flaws in most cases. A quad-core device with 3 gigs of RAM, this thing better not ever fail. Now, it hasn't failed yet. I'm not saying that one little hiccup with the browser, I just wanted to give you an example of something I had never done with the device. I just switched it over to the thumbnail view and it needed a second to catch up. Well, that's fine. But there is something on this device that I'm not really a fan of. It's the animations. It takes a full second or so to get things open sometimes, and that's kind of annoying. That can be a real headache. So, but in any event, both of these devices are fantastic in their own right. They both have great things to offer. Which one should you choose? You choose whichever one suits you. You don't want to carry a tablet, you know, you want a nice smartphone. I would recommend the iPhone 5S over several phones on the market. I really would. But if you're looking for an all-around device, I mean a device that can pretty much take care of anything you need, I would say go ahead and get the Galaxy Note 3. I personally like them both. I don't like one better than the others that much, I should say, because they both do me well in a lot of places. So they both can take care of your needs, I guess I'll say. Are there more apps in the App Store on the iPhone 5S and the iOS operating system? Sure there are. Are there a lot of apps in the Android market? Sure there is. But it all depends on, these are different operating systems. It depends on how big a phone you want, how much you want it to weigh, what you want it to look like, what do you consider to be premium, what do you think is not premium. There are too many things that go into comparing a device. Both of these devices ranked pretty high with me. I gave this one a 10 and I gave this one a 9.5 in the reviews that individual reviews that I did of them, but that still doesn't mean one is better than the other. I think that the iPhone 5S and the Galaxy Note 3 are two of the top of the line devices that you could possibly offer right now. And I know the Nexus 5 is coming out, but honestly folks, I don't think I would rather have the Nexus 5 over the Galaxy Note 3. I just don't see it happening. And I'll probably have the Nexus 5. I'll probably buy it just to review. It's only going to be like $350 or something like that. So I'll probably buy it because I know, you know, and I want to kind of get away from unboxings and get more into comparisons, because unboxings are kind of, you already know what's in the box. But for some reason people like unboxings. I get tons of requests for just unboxings. So now if you notice in the unboxings, I'm starting to do an unboxing plus a hands-on. I'm going to power it up and get into the menus. And that's what I think I might start doing. But as far as these two giants right here, one may be smaller than the other, but this is a very powerful device, and do not sleep on it. The Galaxy Note 3 is obviously a phablet. The Note line created the phablet line, and I think it's going to be around for a long time to come. So the Galaxy Note 3 and the iPhone 5, not the battle you thought you were going to get, but in the end, it's really up to you what you want to buy. You shouldn't really base all of your opinions or purchases on bloggers or reviewers. It just so happens that I'm an end user just like you, so I'm actually buying these devices and keeping them. Some of them I sell. A lot of them here lately I've been selling them because they're just kind of sitting around, but definitely not getting rid of the Nexus. That's a huge device. I love that device. A beautiful, powerful device. But I'm an end user just like you. I just happen to be a little bit more up on my tech than the average user. So hey, let's all have fun with these devices and know that if you have a Galaxy S5, or excuse me, a Galaxy Note 3 or an iPhone 5s, you have a great device, period. Either one, you're going to be very happy with it. You just have to choose on, you want a bigger screen, smaller screen, pocket size, not so much pocket size, Android or iOS. You choose. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.